What's up guys, in this video I'm going to be explaining my experience with using both Ledger Nano S and the Trezor Model 1. I'll start with my experience with the Ledger. So I initially bought this around 2018 when I was first getting into crypto. I bought it because I had bought several $1,000s worth of Bitcoin, and after researching I concluded that Ledger was the safest hardware wallet at the time. Now recently I've made the switch over to the Trezor, and the reason being is, number one, Ledger got hacked. So Ledger was hacked about 2 weeks ago, and the actual cryptocurrency, the actual money inside of the accounts wasn't hacked. What was hacked was the customer information of people who bought the wallet in the first place. The way Ledger handles their information is they store all of your, email address, phone number, physical address. All that customer information is saved on their database for marketing purposes, and the hackers got access to it. So the hackers now know who owns a Ledger, where they live, their phone number, their email, all that stuff is out there. So I didn't like that. I didn't like how the company handled the situation. They basically just sent like a sorry apology letter to all their customers. But the bigger problem is now all these hackers know where you live. They know you own cryptocurrency, and they know you own a hardware wallet, which infers that you have a lot of money. So that's reason number one I decided to switch from the Ledger. Reason number two is the buggy software. So when you buy a Ledger, you have to install Ledger Live, which is the management software to manage what apps you're going to install on this thing. This is limited to, I think, 80 kilobytes of storage, and you need the software to manage and delete and install different apps depending on what coins you own. That in itself is not a bad idea. What I didn't like was how buggy it was and how many times it's crashed on me, how many times I haven't been able to send funds outside of my Ledger. There's also been 2 times where my device bricked. So I was installing the update on my device and it would get stuck on a screen and I couldn't do anything. It would just reboot and reboot and reboot and go on a loop, starting to get second thoughts about it. Now lastly, this is kind of minor, but the build quality on this device is actually kind of crappy. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'll put a close up, but it has a crack there. I don't know how, because I don't move it around much. I just keep it in one spot. So if this were to get lost, or if this were to break, it wouldn't really matter because I have the private keys and I can restore all my money. But that's just another thing I didn't like about the Ledger. Now, I've had the Trezor for I think 5 days now, and I should have got this from the beginning, honestly. Number one is I read up on it, and the company actually does not store their customer data. They delete it after 30 days. So if they were to get hacked, your address, all your shipping information would not get exposed. So reason number two is the management software. As soon as you connect this, it's gonna ask you to log in and secure your PIN and all that stuff. And then you're gonna be able to view all your accounts. So if you have Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, they support over 150 coins. So all of those accounts are viewable on the web portal. So that's another bonus, is you don't have to worry about storage capacity on this thing. And the last reason I like the Trezor is just the design. I think the design is cooler, and it looks kind of like a digivice versus like just a rectangle. So that's kind of a small thing, but yeah, that's been my experience with the 2 wallets. If I were to start from scratch all over again, I would definitely just go straight for the Trezor. So that's been my experience with both the Trezor and the Ledger wallet. I'm always down to answer any questions you guys might have on my Twitter. So just reach out to me there, and thanks for watching.